Morning YouTube. You join me in the garage. We got to get some cool kit set up today. Some of you guys have been saying about when I do cabinets, why don't I use a table saw? Guess what I've got today? I need to clear this space and then we'll get set up. See you in the next one. Right, so there we go guys. This is my table saw setup. We've got pockets to put stuff down. This is all adjustable, so I adjust this on some things and then that allows me to get this table flat so that then when I'm pushing stuff through it glides. Love this saw. Right, so there we go guys. This is my table saw setup. We've got pockets to put stuff down. This is all adjustable, so I adjust this on some things and then that allows me to get this table flat so that then when I'm pushing stuff through it glides. Love this saw. Rack and pinion style, that slides in and out. This is just some hardwood ply on top with this 800 by 800 or 850, whatever it is, square cut out, and then just routed out in certain places just so that, you know, so that fence can slide all the way through and equally come all the way out here. And yeah, and then you can't see, but I've just got some stuff on here. Then I've put it on these lovely wheels so I can wheel it in and out of my garage. And yeah, just all round, perfect situation would be an awesome table saw and a joinery setup and joinery shop setup and stuff. But unfortunately, got to earn some pennies to be able to do stuff like that. And I'm good at this, but I don't earn quite enough pennies just yet to be buying a workshop. Nor do I do enough work to warrant the workshop just yet. But maybe, if you guys smash that like button, maybe one day we'll make that happen. But I've said in some previous videos, if there's anything you guys want to see, drop a comment and I'll absolutely do my best to make that content happen. But yeah, basically long and narrow of doing this kind of joinery, the more times you can lock that in place and repeat your cut so that every cut is the same, every cut is square, every cut is parallel, better the finish. Because at the end of the day, when it's in a factory, that is exactly what happens. One machine cuts every single cut the same. That's as simple as that. Whereas when we start playing around with hand saws, you know, we measure 500, we could be 500.1 mil, and that 0.1 over so many meters, if that's out, that just adds up to that little difference that you don't see. But if you're a DIYer and like you're 1 mil out or you're 3 mil out and it's a big media wall, as long as you're happy with your work, guys, as long as you like it, that's good enough for you guys. Me charging money and a wage and being professional, I wouldn't expect you to accept me to be 3 mil out. That's the only difference. But I've started where you guys are, as a DIYer, as an apprentice, not knowing. So I'm waffling. Let's get on with the video. Be humble though, guys, be humble. If you start somewhere, there's no saying you can't end up like me. We all start from somewhere. We all start on day one. We'll see you in the next clip. Right guys, come take a closer look. So, I have my sliding fence, and this is done on a rack and pinion thing. So look, if you can see the front and the back, it all moves at the same time, regardless of whether that was in or not. That's what makes this saw the best on the market. I clip that in there, and then when I do get really wide, that'll flip out to support my boards that run off the edge here. And safety first, if I need to push anything through, that gets trimmed and not my fingers. So I think first job of the day, we're going to have to rip some ply into 600 rips. I've just brought you guys over here to get set up, and I'm going to insert that clip from The Hangover because
we fucked up.
Yeah, we've fucked up. So it can't be helped, but we've inevitably loaded the van. But guess what I want to get hold of? I'm just going to get the Hoover out, guys. 8 sheets of 18mm and 4 sheets of 5mm. Best get to work. That, I will never get tired of doing that. I suppose now I can get the Hoover out. Right, so guys, I now have the Festool dust extractor set up there on auto with the saw plugged in, Hoover's plugged in. I'm now piping up the extractor to this. Should be good. So, I guess without further ado, I need to start cutting. But before we start cutting, I guess I need to show you what we're actually building. Because this is how I build, guys. Stay tuned, I'll see you in the next one. So guys, this is roughly the customer's house and what we're going to build them. Oh, I don't want to be doing that, I want to be doing that. Yeah, cool. So, first job, we need to build this. So all I do is come in here and design this, and you see I do a base, and then I set my legs on it, so that all the weight is transferred onto the base. We're going to need to, where have we gone? We are going to need to rip some stuff down to, see that there, and then just in the bottom corner here, 97mm. This is how we get everything bob on. If any of you are wondering what's the difference between the carpentry and joinery, this is the sort of stuff that's the difference between carpentry and joinery. I'm going to plane down my lipping to 17.59mm or 17.6mm. That's how precise we are when it comes to building these units. Let's get you guys another angle. Right guys, let me take 2 seconds to explain what I've done there. So what I do is, I take a sheet, I rip it in half or just a little bit bigger than what I actually want as my rips, so that I can then basically cut down the middle. I then adjust to the size in which I do want my rip, because I've then got one clean edge that I've just cut. I then cut to exactly say, I'm doing 590 today, so I cut 600, which cut the sheet almost in half, because 610 would have been the centre, because the sheets are 1220, 8x4 sheets, but in millimetres that's 610 or 1220. So I ripped that up at 600. I've then got a clean cut edge, which I know is parallel and straight, because I've just fed it through the machine. Then off that edge, then off that edge I then reduced to 590 because I'm going to put 12mm lip in to build it back up to 602mm. And then I rip the other side. So now I have two pieces of wood that are parallel at 590. And then that's how I keep everything repeatable. Now I've got to cut to height, base pieces, and I need to cut a divide. There's a divide in this one. Stay tuned. Right, we've got some measurements here, guys. In fact, I think I'm going to take them off the other end. Right, that's that in there. Slide that back. Slide this over here. Spin this new barrel. Oh, lovely. Beautiful. All right, now then. That was meant to have depth gauge stop on it. Obviously I've taken that off for whatever reason. There we go, that's that. So we have, that is one side panel. There we go. That is a left and a right cheek. Not keen on that. That's a bit off, that is. We're gonna get a different track out, I think, and I think I'm gonna go up the other end. Yeah, I'm gonna come up this end, and I'm gonna do. Here's where your offcuts come into play, guys. And now I'm just gonna shove that straight back off, and let's put these in my pocket. Which one is the better one? I think it's this one. Let's have a look. Oh, it's definitely not this one, but we're going to use it. Right, I'll tell you what else we're going to use. Right, guys, I cannot stress enough how important it is you make sure everything is mirrored. And I'll show you what I mean by this once I've cut this. So this is not the best way. You know, in a perfect world, I would have a table saw with a sliding bench and I forget what they call it now, but it's basically a table saw with a table that's a sliding table, basically. It's getting to the point, Charlie. So what I'm saying is, by having a sliding table, I could move my boards around however I want and just push through and just bounce and slide around on this table, and I would be able to square all of my cuts to a fence in front of me. I'll insert a clip of one of these machines, and by using that machine, I would be able to make everything uniform. I would be able to repeat every cut, because that's the important key about these cuts. You see me, I do both sides. I do my middle panel, because then I've got everything at 590, 590, 590. I'm then staying at 590, and I've done 590 base, 590 head, and I've got another one for a 590 shelf. I'm making everything repeatable and changing that fence as little as possible. And then, yeah, with this, I'm just coming up to these. Because, guys, if you don't make all your cuts repeatable, this is what often will go wrong. So I've got that nice and flush. I'm going to get this nice and flush. Yeah, so already flush, 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 flush. Right, Here we go, I'll show you what I mean. So I'm getting my fingers and I'm just feeling that that's flush. I'm then feeling that that's flush. I then feel that that's flush. I then check here at the back. Oh, it's not quite flush. Could come back a touch. That's flush. That's flush. There's a little bow in the middle there, but now this is all flush. But now, along this face, it's not a lot out, is it, guys? But that is enough to make a big difference. So this bottom sheet, I'm going to rip again. Let's keep this all repeatable. So that is a base and a head. Right, so guys, so we've done 590 for all our external panels and these panels, to be honest. But I'm thinking I'm going to reduce the internal panels to 550. And then that's going to just set it back 40 mil, and that should then finish that off nicely. It's not going to work like that though, is it? Good job I think of these things as I'm doing them. No, so that's going to have to stay like that, isn't it? Yeah, all of these panels are going to have to stay as they are. So I have a base, a top, a shelf. We're going to have to cut this shelf down because this shelf has got to go in between. Have I cut this down already yet? Yes, I have. So I want to do 1200 minus 36, 1164. Maths is not my thing, guys. Right, so there we go. So that's going to be the shelf. Let's load up the van, guys. Right, guys, it's also just as important to make sure that our legs that we're going to sit this stuff on are equally just as flat and as parallel as the next thing. So let's take a bit off. Let's machine up some legs. Wow, guys, what a mess. Straight in the green bin. Ah, that's because that is the maximum that can slide into. That's why I can't go any further. I was like, what? So now let's rip them down to size. So let's start with, I don't know, 130. Let's go 135. Yeah, that's going to take enough off in it. Ah, depth. Don't forget your depth. Beautiful. Right, let's trim them to size. Yeah, that should be enough. Let me just check. Was it 540? I'm sure it was 540. You know what, guys? I never even planned for this finish height to work out like this, but it works, doesn't it? Bosh. Keeping guinea pigs tucked up in bed since 2022. Coming straight out the planer. Geezer named Charlie. Good evening, YouTube. I hope this, I will stop it. Hope this aircon is not too noisy in the background. We'll do our best to edit this out so it's not in the background. There we go, stopped anyway. So, my man, Michael Johnson, he is back at it again. Big thank you to Michael Johnson. He's coming up with bangers all day long. Comment 4 days ago. Here's this week's riddle. What balls never bounce? If you think you know the answer, comment below, guys. And if you want more time, pause this little video. If not, here comes the answer. So the answer to what balls never bounce, the answer is snowballs. That's pretty good. Cheesy, but that is very good. I like that. That is a 10 out of 10 dad joke, that is. Shout out to Michael Johnson. Yeah, guys, thanks for watching. I hope you're enjoying these videos. Please, 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 as I say in these videos, there's no such thing as a silly question. DIYers, tradies, anyone, ask away and I'll humbly reply to everyone. I want to get you guys, as the viewers, involved in the channel as much as I can. I obviously can't promise I'll reply straight away, but I promise you I will get round to replying to your comments, and super love the engagement I'm getting, and thank you for the likes on that like button. It really helps the channel out, so thank you to you guys that are smashing that like button. It just basically means if you like it, it shares this sort of video in your friend's feed and similar people that watch these videos. So the more people that like, the faster these videos get about. And the more they get about, the more I can do and the more people reply and comment and give us feedback. But yeah, there you go, guys. I'm going to end the video here. It's been a hot day. I think it was like 32 degrees in the midday sun at 3 o'clock this afternoon. I've had a scorcher of a day. I finished at about 8 o'clock. As these riddles slowly run out, even though I'm sure Michael Johnson has got loads to comment, thinking of switching it up. I might leave you with some motivational quotes. So I've had a very long day at work. So today's motivational quote that I'm going to add into this video is, if you want to buy things without checking the price, work without checking your watch. Thanks for watching. I've been Charlie. This is CP Carpentry. Cheers. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Bye-bye.